Hello, I am back. Like I mentioned in my last video, I'm splitting March's haul into two parts because I have no self-control. The last video was me putting away all my BTS inclusions, so this one will be the rest of my alt groups and some casual collections, so let's just get started. Okay, so as you can see, this is my GOT7 die layout that I have here. I wanted to collect both Mark and Sinyoung for this comeback, but I haven't really made so much progress on Mark's page, but I do have Sinyoung's last two cards to put away here. And then I didn't really have too much of a method when choosing how to lay out these cards. Well, I guess I kind of did. I took inspiration from Ava or Trade Petals here on YouTube. If they have similar cards, then they'll try to mirror it so then it looks a bit more aesthetically pleasing to look at. But yeah, that was kind of what I used to organize this comeback. Alright, and next we have my 17 section. I want to say that I collect 17 a little bit more than most of the groups that I casually collect. So here I have a bunch of kind of cards from their An Ode album, and then I'm going to be putting away some June cards. So I got basically a bunch of his cards in a batch from Mercari Japan. And so I'm just going to be putting his away on his own page since there's about 13 or so of his own. So I figured that makes enough sense for me to make a separate page for him. Yeah, and then 17, I think also the reasoning behind why I collect 17 a bit more than other casual groups is because I guess I technically ulted, or they were my ult group for a little bit, but I've since had a change of heart, not because of anything that, you know, they've done, but I think I felt it would be a little overwhelming to try and collect everything that they have released. So I'm still very much happy with casually collecting them, and I think that's just fine with me for now. Alright, and moving right along, we have the Hangare section. So the way that I also laid out these album cards is a bit weird. So this first page here is going to be Mingyu and all of his versions, and then the rest will be the other members I want to collect, but they're all kind of organized by the same version. So I just have this one Mingyu card. Alrighty, and then I think this is the Hana version, so I just have June and Joshua here. Quite cute. And then lastly, I also have their set version to put away. So Scoops is going to go up the top here. And I really tried as much too to kind of whittle down the amount of members that I wanted to collect to try to make layouts easier, but I couldn't do it because all these cards were super cute, even though they're basically the same for each version. Like this Junghan cards, they're basically the same, but it's fine. And then I also have this random Hoshi card. I think I'm just going to put him in the middle here, since I technically collect 8 cards per page. I didn't think there'd be any harm in picking his photo card up when I was purchasing the rest of the members' cards. And then lastly, I just have this June photo card, and I think that just about wraps up my casual collection binder. Okay, and moving on to my first alt binder. It's so weird to say that I have more than one alt binder. Anyways, so this first section that I have of my first alt binder is going to be the enhypen section. So I have a few cards that I got through trades to put away here. And also, I know that only some of these have the little sticky note tabs on it, but I actually ended up buying the rest of the missing cards, so that should be on their way. So hopefully by the time that I get their album sets for their most recent comeback, then these should all be done. Also, speaking of their comeback, I know that it's pretty obvious, but I really enjoyed their second album. I think my favorite song for this one is going to be Not For Sale. I feel like I usually like the cuter songs that they do, which is weird because I know that's not really what they enjoy, kind of the kind of concept they enjoy doing. But I mean, their and more intense, like, performative stuff is really good too. But I just think that Not For Sale is such a cute song. And yeah, so hopefully the next time that you see this section, it should be all complete and ready for the next comeback. Alright, moving on to the next section, we have the boys section of this binder. The main reason why I had to split up my previous other Ult binder was because of the boys. Not saying that like it's their fault, but it's just because there's a lot of stuff that I want to collect from them. For reference, this is the size of the stack that I have to put away that's just their stuff. So yeah, I can see this collection growing pretty quickly, and I want to be able to have a binder that holds all of that when that time comes. So the first card that I have to put away is one of Sangyon's reveal photo cards. I think this was the wolf version. And since I don't have any of his other cards yet, he'll kind of go on my secondary reveal page right here. Next, I'm going to be putting away the photo cards that they had from their second membership kit. This is one of the sets where I want to be able to keep all of the members just because I love this kind of Prince-like concept. So that is what I'm going to be doing. Again, the layout is going to be kind of weird, but I don't know, I think it's something that I'm willing to deal with, especially for these cards. So what I'm thinking of doing is I was going to put my top 4 members on one page and then the rest of the members on another page, because I felt like that made the most sense. But again, still kind of just playing with OT11 layouts that I could do, and kind of just see what I feel works best from there. Okay, I'll just fill that center spot right here. Then I also kind of have to rearrange it because I am running low on 9 pocket pages right now. I'm going to have some of these cards being back to back, but again, once I get more binder sleeves, I'll probably switch them over to another page. I think I also have been seeing a bunch of teasers for their next membership kit, so I'm hoping I can get my hands on it. Just because I knew that once this kit dropped, it was kind of hard to get a full member set without it being like super expensive, because people usually just break it up into member sets. But I was able to find one that was kind of bundled together. And so hopefully, if I did this right, it should have the rest of the members here and then go, yeah, the same way. Okay, cool. Same way on this side. Next, I'm just going to be putting away some Road to Kingdom merch photo cards. I think because these 4 have the sort of brick wall in the back, I might have it be a 2-2-2 layout. Have it like this, maybe? Yeah, sure. Okay, so I guess since I'm talking about, or because I'm putting away Road to Kingdom merch, I don't know who is also a fan of the boys, but I feel like it's been really rough for them on Kingdom lately. Like, I just watched the most recent episode, and seeing them get rankings towards the bottom makes me really sad. I mean, I know that every group is very talented, and obviously everyone deserves to have like a spot at the top at least once, but I feel like they've had a really hard time coming onto Kingdom, especially since they've already had previous experience. But I don't know, hopefully that doesn't discourage them too much and they're still having a really fun time on the show. I figured since these were the cards that came with the sticker pack, I think, since they're all horizontal like this, I feel like it makes more sense to have it go this way than to have them like on the side like this. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for now. yeah, again, I keep talking about it, but to bring it back to Kingdom, I feel like they've been doing really well too. That's the thing, is like all the groups have been doing super well with performances, so I'm like a little worried because I don't want the boys to get discouraged because they're not ranking as high as they have been doing on the show previously. But I don't know, that's just something I've noticed, is that everyone is like bringing their A game, which like I am super happy about because I like to see, you know, the teams having fun with their like the creative process. But it's just really hard because some of these groups take it to heart when they don't do well, and I feel like that's not the mindset that I would want them to have, because some of them, like, you know, they get really upset about it, like to the point where, you know, they've been practicing for all these weeks, and then for the performance to not go as planned when they have to record it for the live show, and then I see them crying and I'm just like, oh my god, honey baby sweetie, no, like, you're doing perfectly fine, like, you know, you're only human. But yeah, this is like, I don't know, really intense, this show this time around, which I don't know how to feel about that. Okay, anyways. Come on. There we go. Okay. Again, I really do like this this Generation Z, because it's from their, I think, Identity film, and they just released their one for this year, so I'm wondering if their Kingdom merch is going to be from that video, because that was also like A1 concepts, I would say. For the last bit of Road to Kingdom merch, I just have these cards from, I think, their Deck of Cards merch. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, again, another case of them having stuff that comes with photo cards, and they know that people are gonna buy it, which I did, so. Yeah, I feel like none of these layouts are in any sort of way consistent, but what are you gonna do? Cute. Kevin. So hopefully, if I did this right. Yeah, alright, cool. Well, I guess that's a potential layout, but again, I'm not super happy, but that'll have to do for now. And then I also have the actual playing cards, and since these are kind of thin enough and they're also like the exact size of the page, I think I'm just going to have it just without sleeving it first, so. And then I think I want to alternate so that Q, kind of like the four corners instead of like a diamond like that, just so then you can also see another member's card peeking through the back, but who knows, change my mind. Okay, cute. This Steeler section is going to change a lot the next time that I put away cards for them, just because I got a ton from my Korean address, but I'm just going to be putting this, setting on a pre-order benefit here for now, and then rearrange again when I get the batch. Lastly, to put away, I have all of their stuff from their film kit. I think this was technically their season's greetings for this year, but since I do have, I think there's 3 types of cards for this, I might have it each member, so like 3, 3, 3, until I get down to the last member. I think that's how I'm going to try doing this. I just had the idea like super recently before I started filming, like, oh wait, I can make this layout work so I don't have to give up my cards. But then I feel bad because I did make an Instagram post about it. I'm like, is anyone interested like in these member sets? Because I said I was considering. I didn't say that I was going to officially sell these off to other people, but I'm kind of glad that I held on to them because then I can do this. Oh my god, these are turning out so nice. And yeah, I don't know, I like got weirdly attached to these cards, even though I've only taken them out a couple of times to look at it, but I just think it's a cute set and everything's very cohesive and like it makes sense for the concept or whatever, so I'm just gonna keep them for now if I do ever end up wanting to downsize, which I don't think is gonna be anytime soon, especially for the boys, but if that time ever comes, then that's fine too. The only gripe I have is that it takes up so many pages. I mean, I don't know, the backs aren't super interesting, but I do like the little calendar cards here. I think that was the biggest push for why, or biggest reason why I wanted to keep it, is so that I could see the little dates and reminders, because I'm super bad at remembering idols' birthdays. So I think it's cute if I happen to be flipping through my collection, I can write that down super easily. Alright, and then lastly I have some then I think for Eric I might put him at the bottom here because they did give us one group photo card there. Then we'll just put some fillers here. Alrighty, and that just about wraps up this binder. And now this last binder that I have here is going to be my NCT/superm binder. So what I've decided to do is, since I already have a couple of pages just for other like individual member cards, I think I'm going to do the same thing for Win-Win before he joined Wavy. So here I've had his regular card, but that's just being moved over. And then I have his regular and irregular version to put away as well. I'm just gonna stick those there, and then I'm just gonna put these fillers in. Yeah, I'm glad that I decided to split up this binder because this is the biggest kind of alt section that I had for this binder. I know that it's only gonna get bigger from here, so I need to split that up. Pretty. And then for this empathy page, I have this beret Win-Win to put away. This is so cute. I miss like their touch concept. That was such a cute, A1, A1. Alright, and we've arrived at their Resonance Part 1 section, so I have 10 and Sunless cards to put away. I have quite a few of their cards to put away just because I got a bunch of them in claims this past month. So for future, I also have their 2 cards. You know, looking at this NCT section kind of makes me sad because I know that I'm still kind of making really slow progress on it, which again is like, it's fine. But seeing that Wavy just had their comeback and now Dream is also about to come back, but it's already 7, might I add. I do kind of get scared that I'm gonna fall a little bit behind, but it's fine. Before I get into Resonance Part 2, I do have these tin case photo cards to put away, and I think I don't have all of them with me, but I think I've bought enough for a full page. So I'm just gonna put these in here. And then I've also thought long and hard about it, but I think I might, put Sungtan in place of Jaemin for my top 3 for this comeback. I know that I usually collect him when Dream has comebacks, but I've been able to have a bit more luck buying Sungchan's cards. So I think that might make me feel a bit better about having a fuller page if I have his on there. For this part 2 page, I just have Lucas's departure to stick right here, and I'm hoping that I should get some cards in for next month, so that page isn't as empty. And then for arrival, I have 10 and Sunla. I don't know, I'm kind of panicking, but also I'm not trying to buy their photo cards at ridiculously expensive prices on Korean Twitter, so I'll just have to wait it out and deal with that. Sorry, before I forget, I have these 2, I forget what they're called, access IDs, I think, to put away its tail and Lucas, but because it's just 2 photo cards, I know that these ones are empty, but I might just, actually, maybe I'll stick it on here since this one is a bit more bare. Oh god. I don't know, maybe just to better distribute the weight, actually. I think it's feeling a little light on these corners here, just so then the binder doesn't fold on itself or something. Alrighty, so now that we're done with album photo cards, we're going to move into, I guess, their merch releases for the Resonance. So I have all their part 1 standees. I even bought both Jaemin and Sungchan. I might put Sungchan on his individual page from before since I was able to secure Jaemin, but oh god. I have a dilemma now because I don't know who to put on the 9 pocket page with everyone else. God. Okay. My goodness. Okay, let me just put Sungtan back here. Alright, and then after the hollow standee photo cards, I'm going to be putting their part 2 cash fees away. I also have Sungtan's, but I think I might have to set that aside and put it on his own page. I actually need to go and sleeve these. I usually hate taking these out of the packaging because it's technically already wrapped in a plastic sleeve. Well, maybe I'll see if these fit if I just bend the top row, because I don't really care if the others kind of stick up at the top. Like, I don't know, I have a weird thing about not wanting to let go of the original packaging. And these are already technically sleeved, you know? Unless if it covers them too, well, not too much, okay. I'm sure I'll have to go back and sleeve these individually at some point, but today is not that day. Alrighty. Next we have NCT Dream's Reload section. So I have both of Tunla's cards. I had originally bought them from somebody else, but it was another case of, I'm pretty sure it got lost in the mail because it was also right when events were taking place early last year, and I assumed it just got kind of shuffled around in the mailing system and just never got to me, so that's fine. And the last couple things I need to put away is for my superm section. So these cards here are going to be from the brochure that they released. I'm like kind of sad because I feel like I might not be able to collect this group for a little bit. Well, I don't know what SM's plans are once certain members have to participate in certain activities that I do not want to talk about. But yeah, I feel like that's gonna be interesting. And also not at them having like 10 literally be the only one that's kind of outside this concept. I mean, maybe Kai, but he at least has like some red, and then 10 is just like white background and that's it. And then I have this one magazine or like photo book photo card of 10 to put away. Honestly, this one fits more than his actual brochure card, but that's just me being bitter. I don't know where to, maybe I'll just stick him at the bottom here since Kai also has some red going on there. And I think that was the last thing to put away. Or actually no, it's on the page. Alright, and that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was a lot of stuff to watch me put away, but I thank you so much if you did watch till the end. I'm considering doing kind of a monthly, collective monthly haul, like everything that I got in April type video before I put everything away. So if that's something that you are interested in, maybe let me know, but if not, then it's okay. I guess I'll just decide if I want to end up posting it or not. But yeah, that should be coming up, and then of course I'll film me putting away everything. So hopefully I'll get a bit more consistent with uploading stuff. But yeah, thank you again for your support. Hope you all are staying safe and healthy. And yeah, see you in my next video.